And let's get right into BTC and ETH. We're not going to tackle this for all that long, but we've pretty much ignored the entire market of crypto now for about a month, rightfully so, because Pulse Chain launched. So, but right now, BTC, this is funny, it's, I said this to you the other day, Ewok, like a lot of people have been just kind of, I saw like on Twitter and stuff, some people that are still lost in the old school world of crypto talking about where Bitcoin is trading at, doing all their trader things on Twitter, like, oh, I don't know who needs to hear this, but BTC's going to 23K. BTC's going back to 20K. Obviously, when there are already red candles, that's what people do. They see what's already happening. They look at the chart right now, and then they just keep reinforcing that. And inevitably, a few days later, BTC rallied back up to 28K. So right now, we're a little bit over 27K for BTC. And look, I'm not saying we can't go down to those levels again in the low 20s. It's 2023. We've tackled this plenty of times. There will be dips for buying. It's going to be a weird year. Same with ETH, which is almost at 1900. But what do you kind of make, even though I know you probably haven't really been watching it all that closely either, Ewok, but what do you make of the crypto market at large right now and just heading into the rest of 2023?
Same thing I've been saying for a while. It's going to be boring. It's going to be choppy, back and forth. We're going to see pullbacks. We're going to see some run-ups, but it's not going to get exciting. It's going to be very boring. And this is the part where people start to get shaken out because it's not doing anything. I don't know if you've ever seen the meme of the person standing there with the stick. It says do something, it's kind of like that. And it doesn't surprise me here at all. I mean, we could pull back to those levels. I think it's got to test 25,000 first. We're talking Bitcoin. If it holds there, then yeah, but if not, well, it could go down to the next level or two. And then, it's always, when that stuff happens, though, it's always poised to make a nice run up in recovery right after. So it's just boring. It's, we kind of have been talking about this for a while. It's not going to do a whole lot of exciting things. We're spoiled right now because we do have something exciting, which is Pulse Chain and the new things that are happening. But for the rest of the markets, there's just no excitement yet. So that's where we're at in the cycle.
Yeah, not a lot. I mean, again, we've talked about these trends of 2023 so far, and it's been interesting. Certainly again with the launch of Pulse Chain, super interesting now for us. But the beginning of the year, I can't remember the order of these. Oh, so AI coins were first, like it was that fetch.ai coin. Everybody was talking AI coins, yada yada yada. Then it moved into some kind of Chinese tokens or something like that. Then it moved into memes and Pepe, which of course was insane, and like a 350,000x or something like that before starting to tank. People just kind of grasping at straws for anything here in this more boring recovery year in 2023. But remember, again, like keep your eyes on the prize. We don't necessarily tell anybody what to DCA into or how to DCA. It's up to you. But generally, this year should really be an accumulation year. And I know that's how you and I have both been treating it. On the macro level, we do have the next and maybe the last FOMC meeting to, not that we're worried, but like be even slightly concerned about for now, maybe a long, long time. But it's coming up here on June the 14th, where the Fed and Jerome Powell, the last I looked, the probabilities by most pollsters is basically that 65% chance that they do raise rates one last time. Obviously like a 25-point rate hike. Again, nearly a 50-50 shot as far as what people think. But I don't think it's going to have much effect on the markets in terms of crypto right now. It really hasn't. And the big moment we've been waiting for is when is the Fed going to actually pivot and go back, not only not increase interest rates for the first time in over, a year or so, but maybe even lower them. So what are you kind of expecting, Ewok? And what do you think we can look at maybe here for the rest of the year with these FOMC meetings?
So I don't know if we talked about this once before, but DCC said that somebody had leaked out their plan, and it was to raise the rates 2 more times. Now I don't know when that was, if that was the previous one and then this one, or if it was this one and one more afterwards. But that that was the rumor mill that was being passed around. Um, so yeah, I mean, we definitely, I think we see 25 points this time. As for the next one, that could be the pause. I think personally, makes sense for it to happen. Maybe they go one extra just for good measure. I don't really know. I don't think it, like you said, at this point, people have this all factored in. It doesn't really affect us in this space too much.
Mm,
But it will be, it'll be nice to see some positive sentiment coming back to all of the markets. So, I'm hoping for one more, and then that's it. But if we get two, it's not really a big deal. The halvening isn't until April of next year,
right.
so right before that is when things go bullish. Then there's a sell off, and then it runs. So that's how much time we have. So it's going to be you know early next year until we start to see some positive movement, probably, especially in the Bitcoin space. But I think it could happen a little earlier for us in Pulse Chain once things get turned around here.
I think it definitely could, but I'm pretty much in agreement with you. And we said this, you're right, a few weeks ago that we pretty much pegged that July FOMC, which I forget the date. I think it's very end of July, the
Mhm.
31st. We pretty much pegged that as this is when the pivot will take place. So we're lining up to look just like that right now. So we'll keep an eye on that from the Fed. Again, not that we're overly concerned about it at this point, but we'll definitely keep our eyes on it for sure. HexPassiveIncome.com. My friend Crypto Coffee has created what I think is probably the best course for a new cryptocurrency investor. Not only that, but these courses usually charge an arm and a leg. Crypto Coffee is only charging $200. I think right now he actually has a discount for $150. I have a link below in the description. If you are new to crypto, do not understand Hex and how it works, click the link below. It's a quick, easy course. He only gives you the basics. I personally, myself, have thought about creating an intro to crypto course in the past. I don't think there's any reason to do so because Matt, Crypto Coffee, has already taken care of that. And I don't think anything needs to be added by anybody else. So check it out. The link is in the description and sign up to Hex Passive Income today.